And we're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 235. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, and the all-around great guy. That's my son, Matt.
Who's in Texas currently. Hello from Texas.
He's not there right now.
Not here.
No.
Nope.
We're talking to a
Goodbye.
hologram. Is that what they call it? In the future? It'll be called a hologram?
That's not what's going on right now, but yeah.
No. Thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is always to start your day off on a positive note. So if you enjoy what we do here, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future shows. We're on YouTube with the new show Friday mornings at 8 o'clock, but you can also find us wherever you go for all your favorite podcasts. Got our main story coming up in just a moment, but we'll also carry we have the drawing game where we once again display our artistic skills.
Woo! Tough one this week. You guys will see.
Tough one for me every week.
That's a good point, yeah.
We'll look at the teams America loves to hate when it comes to football. There's a viral debate going about splitting the check. And Foodie Friday is back with another trendy item for us to taste.
Trendy,
yes. So we have that and more coming up. But yeah, we'll get to the main story, which is he's not here, in just a moment. But we do want to welcome you to the show. And I'm going to say up front, I apologize. Maybe I should be wearing a mask because I don't want any germs to go through your phone or tablet.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think they go through tablets and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So we're safe that way?
I think so. I don't want to I'm not what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have the credentials to make a statement like that.
Not
But
medical expert.
yeah, but I feel like I can safely say that.
My grandson Liam started preschool. He started going to Little People's College last week, and I think he went 2 days and came home with a cold.
Yep.
Which, of course, in our house we share. So Grampy's got the cold. So you escaped, I guess, because you were house sitting.
Okay, well, why are you saying this right now? Like, chill out. You now have the cold. It doesn't just automatically not become contagious just because somebody else has it. So why don't you settle down with that?
All right.
I have to travel, Peter. Thank you. It's
Knock
about
on
time.
wood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Lord help Trish because Pete has a cold. Oh, my goodness.
I try very hard not to have a man cold because I've heard...
He doesn't try at all.
I do too.
No, you don't.
I've heard about it for so many years about, guys have a cold.
You started 3 conversations with me that have all started, yep, Liam gave me his cold. 3 times. You've told me that. As if you're telling me for the first time.
What do you mean 3 times?
You've told me 3 times. You're like, hey, Liam gave me his cold.
Okay, from this point on,
Okay, yeah.
I will try not to have a man cold, okay?
Bless you, Trish.
My name's not Trish.
It is Friday, October 21st. It is National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. Why not? Well, it's time for another pumpkin spice item. It's National Reptile Awareness Day. And all I have to say is I'm usually aware of them, and I try to stay away.
True,
You know?
yeah.
And it's also National Mammography Day. On the date book on this day in 1964, the film version of My Fair Lady, starring Rex Harrison and Audrey Hepburn, premiered in New York. On this day in 1964. On this day in 1975, Elton John is given a star in Hollywood on the Walk of Fame. And that same day, or I should say late that night, 1975, let's see if I can do this for Red Sox fans.
I'm very confused. Oh, okay.
Carlton Fisk hit that famous home run.
I didn't know what was happening because you were like later that day, so I didn't know if you were going to start singing or something because that was Elton. Did you say Elton John?
Elton John, yeah.
Okay, I get
it.
No,
it was on this day, 1975, that Carlton Fisk hit a home run in the 12th inning to beat the Reds 7-6 in Game 6 of the World Series.
The famous waving it.
Yeah, that's the one where he's trying to wave it. No, actually, he'd be waving it this way, right?
No, you were right the first time.
Was I?
Yeah, because it was to left field.
Okay.
So he was a righty. Was he a righty?
He was a righty, so he hit the ball,
and then,
but he wanted it to stay fair.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So he was. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Wrong.
You were wrong the first time. Right now. Yes.
If I remember right, he was from New Hampshire. Carlton Fisk was, and if I remember right, it was around midnight when he hit that. Mm-hmm. And I wish I could remember the town, but the church in his town, somebody went and rang the bell at midnight
That's awesome.
because their hometown hero had won a World Series
People
game.
that didn't follow baseball were so confused. They were like, are we about to die? What is this?
On the birthday list today, Judge Judith Scheinlin is 80 today. Kim Kardashian, 42. Baseball's Zach Greinke is 39. Kane Brown is 29, the country singer. And Amala Dlamini,
That's probably not how you pronounce it.
Doja Cat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Doja Cat is what we know her as. She's 27.
Happy birthday.
All right. So this is usually where we go to the chats, but of course we're recorded this week.
But
so
you're going to wake up bright and early for our friends, and you'll be in the chat.
I will be in the chat with you during this show.
So chat it up with Pete in the chat.
Yep. Feel free
Just
to
because
comment.
if you chat with him and he's not there, I have a reason to yell at him. So let's go. Put him to the test right now.
So that leads us into our main story today, and our main story is he's in Texas right now.
I'm not here right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Howdy, y'all.
Sorry, I can't come to the show right now.
Howdy
Leave a
from
message.
Texas. That was not a good Texas accent.
So
Just
actually,
gonna stop.
we're recording this obviously before he goes to Texas.
Yep.
We're not that good yet.
Not yet.
But so what do you I was wondering if you have expectations
For Texas?
yeah, like
as a whole?
what do you think what are you like looking forward to? What do you think the experience will be like?
I'm looking forward to the cattle, of course. Number one.
If you don't know, my daughter Sarah and her husband Stephen, grandson Liam, Stephen is in the Navy. He's been reassigned. I guess they do this every few years. And he is now going to be stationed in Corpus Christi, Texas, because I guess there's a Navy base on the Gulf there.
Yep.
And he'll be there for the next few years. So Sarah and Liam have moved in with us while Stephen's on deployment. And when he repositions in, what are we figuring, February, March?
I don't know.
Yeah. They will be moving to Texas. So Sarah thought, why don't I go to Texas and explore it?
Yeah.
And then we didn't want her to go alone, so...
They signed up travel companion Matt. So
Oh, there he is.
I'm going. What am I looking forward to? Whataburger.
Have you heard a lot about that? Or
Yeah, it's like the in and out of Texas. I'm interested. We don't have any near here, so
Right,
I'm interested to try it out. That's number one. That probably shouldn't be the top thing I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm not buying a house in Texas.
Is it going to be warm? Have you?
I think so,
I guess it
yeah.
never really gets cold. in
I was
Corpus
told not to
Christi.
put my shorts away. Trish swapped
Right.
over the clothes for everybody a couple weeks ago. So I was told not to put my shorts away. So I think I'll be going back to short weather.
Now, you're not going to be there for football, right? Because you come back Saturday night.
I'll be there for the Thursday night game.
Oh, you will. That's right.
Oh, but it's on Amazon Prime. I'll have to bring my laptop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I don't know who plays. I don't know. Is it a good game finally? We've had two terrible games the past 2
No,
weeks.
not really. Let me see.
We'll get to it in football picks.
Yeah,
but,
football picks.
But yeah, no. What else?
It could be a good game.
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, I like staying in hotels. I'm looking forward to the hotel, I guess. We'll see how that is. I mean, it'll be a fun trip. Just, it's Sarah and I. We don't get a lot of trips together. We'll be
That's
taking
true.
a little brother-sister bonding time.
And she also got Liam is staying with Grammy and Grampy.
Yeah. She gets a break.
Yeah.
So do I.
She mentioned that to him on Tuesday. They're leaving on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So of this past week.
Let's not do this whole time frame thing.
So he wants to go with you, by the way. He's like, I want to go a trip too.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have a plane ticket.
Yeah.
So it's gonna. Yeah, it might be tough when we leave. We'll see.
We'll tell you next week, but Grampy's trying to come up with things that the day you leave, I'm sure he's going to be sad.
Yep.
So I'm trying to come up
I
with
wouldn't be sad when I leave.
maybe playground, maybe.
True.
I think there's definitely a Happy Meal in store that night.
Has to be, right?
And do our McDonald's have the adult Happy Meals that I keep reading about?
I don't know if they do. I haven't been to McDonald's in a little while, but I have heard about that. I'm curious. So maybe if you do get one, let me know how it is.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Because
Maybe that's a Foodie Friday. Maybe we got to record a Foodie Friday.
Oh,
yeah.
with
Just
adult
thought of
Happy
that.
Meals.
Look at us planning the show during the
All
show.
right.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to our planning session.
Anyways, next show I'll fill you guys on how Texas was. We'll see. We'll see if I got a house. Maybe we'll get two houses. Maybe I'll get one too. I don't know.
Oh, you love it so much?
I heard living's cheap down there. We'll see.
Okay.
Maybe I'll grab a shack.
All
with
right.
some cows. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Time for this week's fascinating fact, and our fact is, according to a new report from the Waste Electrical and Electronic Equipment Forum,
there an abbreviation?
WEEF, I think, is what they're called.
Okay.
According to them, more than 5 billion phones, 5 billion with a B, will be thrown away this year alone in 2022.
Wow.
As people upgrade. Now, to put that in perspective, that's more than enough to go all the way around the equator. And if the phones were stacked flat on top of each other, they would make a tower over 30,000 miles tall, which is 1/8 of the way to the moon.
Man. So what's Elon worried about? Let's just stack the phones. Let's just keep going with this. Let's add like laptops to the mix. We don't need his spaceship.
This is true. That's a good point.
Let's just do the phones. We'll make a staircase out of old electronics.
Man, talk about waste, huh?
No, that's crazy.
Yeah. Normally we do the Stumpa at this time, but since the show's recorded, we can't do the Stumpa.
Yeah.
Which means we've just lost 40%,
everybody.
40%, 80% of the audience.
Yeah, yep. Now you guys just have to deal with us talking the whole time. I'm sorry.
We'll get back to the Stumpa next week, but feel free to participate with the topics in the chat, because I will join you in the chat. Brings us to football. Week 7 of the NFL season already, which is the perfect time to get a sense of the teams America loves to hate. Now, when I told him I saw this story, your first response was
Patriots. Has to be.
Yeah.
Everybody hates us.
They're not number 1. Coming in at number 5 is the Washington Commanders, which I don't know why. I think people hate the name.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, I mean, what were we? I was rooting for the Armada. That's what I was rooting for.
Yes. You wanted the Armada.
Yeah.
Number 4 is the Pittsburgh Steelers, which...
Yeah, I mean, they're also a team in the past that have won a lot.
Yeah,
so
they
that
did.
Could be it.
They did.
Nowadays, I feel like we feel bad for them because they are looking kind of shady.
Except
don't know.
didn't they beat the Packers?
No, the Buccaneers. Well, did they? I don't know. Did they play the Packers? I don't know.
No, but they beat Brady
the Buccaneers.
And the Buccaneers.
That's true. Maybe they're turning the season around.
By the way, number 3 is the Tampa Bay Bucks, and it
strictly because of Tom Brady.
It's gotta
right?
be because of Brady.
I don't think people hated them beforehand.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the New England Patriots.
There it is. Yeah.
They just hate success, right?
I do think since Brady left and we've kind of stunk a little bit, they're probably like less hating us. But just wait until people see Bailey Zappi taking us to the Super Bowl, baby. I don't know. We'll see.
I wonder if there's going to be a quarterback controversy this weekend.
I don't know.
I don't know if Mac Jones is healthy enough to play yet, but...
We'll get to it in football picks. I got some opinions.
All right, and coming in at number 1, who did I forget? The team America loves to hate. The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, which is funny because they're America's team.
Are they, though?
I don't think so.
Are they still America's team?
I don't think so.
I mean, they probably deserved that in the 90s.
Yeah.
But they're still, whether it's Fox or CBS, they still put them in that primetime spot.
Crazy.
In fact, I think it's this weekend, the Cowboys are hosting the Detroit Lions, and CBS has their number 1 broadcast team covering Can you imagine Jim Nantz and Tony Romo are covering Detroit at Dallas?
That's crazy.
Which...
The only thing that makes it interesting is this is probably the game that Dak comes back.
Okay.
But I actually don't hate the Cowboys as much. I enjoy kind of watching. I've enjoyed the little Dak Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush kind of sucked this last game. He wasn't great. So I think it's an easy Dak coming back in.
I think one of the other positives is that we don't really know any Cowboys fans that close.
True.
Because if you have friends that are Cowboys, they're always saying, "How about them boys?"
Yeah.
It's like them boys haven't won anything.
I kind of feel like it's because of Jerry Jones. Probably because of him. And when they had Jason Garrett, I always hated Jason Garrett as the head coach. Now it's Mike McCarthy. I don't hate Mike McCarthy.
No, he's okay. Yeah. In case you were wondering, here's a rundown of the teams that the least number of fans say they root against. All right, number 5 is the Carolina Panthers.
They just suck.
Houston Texans. Kind of another team.
Same thing, yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, same thing.
Surprisingly, the Buffalo Bills. Now, I know you're not a fan, but...
Yeah, at first I was like, what? But then I remembered it's probably because I'm a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, other people probably don't mind watching.
And a team that the least number of fans say they root against, the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I think we're all rallying behind the Lions because of just how bad they've been for so long that we're like, we just want them to win.
Yeah.
Unless it was against the Patriots and they didn't win. Shut up, baby. Come on.
One more football note before we get to picks. Last Saturday night, after Tennessee upset Alabama 52-49, that was a good game.
Great game. Not defensively.
True. After the game, if you didn't watch it, fans stormed the field and carried away both goalposts. They marched through the campus and they threw them in the Tennessee River.
Awesome. Just awesome.
Now, while that might have been fun for the fans, it was also expensive because the team needs to replace the goalposts because they have a home game again this week. And they started asking for donations this week on Twitter, which kind of irked me because, I mean, how many millions do they make from college football?
You got the money. You got the money. Yeah. It's just a further example of how colleges are a scam. Nobody donate, please.
Well, they did. They reached their goal. They had different options. There was a $16 donation.
Oh, great.
Which is the number of years it's been since Tennessee last beat Alabama. Mm-hmm. Fans could also donate $52.49, which was the final score of the game.
Oh, yeah.
And they could also donate $1,019.15. Why? That's a nod to the sold-out crowd of 101,915 at Neyland Stadium.
They tried to make it fun, like a fun way. I really hope it was just like rich parents maybe that donated.
Hopefully.
And please tell me you weren't a college kid that's already, having to spend a crazy amount on college.
Ramen noodles.
Yeah, and you donated. Please tell me you didn't donate. That's just you got the money. It was fun. I mean, think of the publicity that they got because of the goalpost thing, because of beating Alabama. You got the money. You're good.
Yeah.
You're all set. You're undefeated right now. You're making tons of money from college football. You're good. Just buy them yourselves and shut up. Don't do this donation thing.
I wonder how much they cost. 2 goalposts?
Well, I mean, they ripped them down, so I'm assuming there's probably some damage in like the place where you like the base of it. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It's probably expensive. Probably a couple thousand.
Yeah, it could be.
But you're a college. That's it'll probably cost more. It'll probably cost less to replace the goalpost than it does a single college class at that school.
And Tennessee,
look up the prices. I would be curious if that's true. But it's probably cheaper to replace the goalpost than to attend a single college class.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Look it up.
Right. All right, time to get to football picks for week number 7. And first of all, you said we had to do a shout out to Justin.
He won last week. Yeah, you came in first place last week.
Last week was
10 points for Justin. It was a weird week. That's like you had mentioned when we were talking about the teams people hate. You had started out by saying like it's week 7. We kind of have an idea, and I thought you were saying like we kind of have an idea of the teams this year. No idea.
No.
It's so crazy. I mean, the Steelers beating the Buccaneers. I mean, is Tom Brady good at football anymore? Who knows? Is Aaron Rodgers good at football anymore? Who knows? I mean,
what did I get?
What a crazy season.
I got 9 right last week.
Yeah.
So I guess that wasn't too bad.
Thanks for rubbing it in. I got 6. It's a rough week. Let's put the records on the board. I think next week I'll take the crown off my name. I don't deserve it anymore. I'm struggling. It's a rough year.
Have we decided? Are we playing for burritos again?
Maybe. Maybe. And the crown. I mean, look at the beautiful crown.
Right. Yeah.
All right. And we're making our picks live because we actually have not made our picks yet.
Yeah, we suddenly realized as we're taping the show that it was like, ooh, I haven't done it yet.
I mean, normally it's Tuesday.
I normally do it Thursday morning before the game that night.
The last week just ended. It's Tuesday when we're recording the show. So, I mean, crazy. Here we go.
All right. So the Thursday night game that you'll be watching on your laptop in Texas is New Orleans in Arizona to play the Cardinals. This is
another not great game, but it might turn out to be. It'll be a better game than the past 2 weeks.
Both teams are 2-4. So
yeah, I'm a little shocked at how bad the Cardinals are this year. I mean, last year they started off undefeated. They were undefeated for a while. Mm-hmm. They took it to I don't remember what week, but 2-4 kind of shocking. I'm going with the Cardinals.
Okay, I'll go with the Saints.
Okay.
All right, we got to mix it up a little bit, you and I.
Yep.
Come Sunday, we've got Atlanta at Cincinnati. You want to go first this week?
I'm going Cincinnati.
All right, me too.
Although, again, the Falcons are playing just kind of a weird season where, like, they're playing better than people expect them to play. They beat off the top of my head, I'm forgetting who they played last week, but they won last week, and it was kind of an unexpected win.
Right, that's true.
I'm blanking.
I don't
Anyways,
know. Okay.
so I'm still picking the Bengals, but don't sleep on the Falcons.
And
this
their
year.
quarterback is Marcus
Mariota.
Yeah. Cleveland will be at Baltimore against the Ravens. I'll take the Ravens.
Ravens are a team that it's shocking that they're 3-3, but yeah, I'm going the Ravens as well.
I forgot you're picking first.
That's right.
Detroit will be at Dallas, the CBS #1 game Sunday. Who you got? Who you like?
I'm going with the Cowboys.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to see the Lions beat them, but I'm going with the Cowboys.
Green Bay will be in Washington against the Commanders. Who do you like?
So I read that Carson Wentz has a broken finger. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks.
Yes.
So I believe, is it still Taylor Heineke playing? Which I do kind of like him.
Yeah.
But I got to go with the Packers. I can't imagine Aaron Rodgers being this. I mean, I don't want to say bad with quarterbacks like Russell Wilson in the league right now. But I don't know. I just don't see him being this average for this long. I feel like he's got to turn something around.
They have a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah.
So, and did you hear what he said after last week's loss?
No, I don't think I did.
He came out and they asked him what he thinks is wrong with the offense, and he was like, "We need to simplify it. We got to simplify it. It's too,
I mean, one thing is they got 2 phenomenal running backs, and I don't think they're feeding them the ball enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Aaron Jones is like the top talent in the league, and they're not really utilizing him. So we'll see. I'm going Packers though.
Indianapolis at Tennessee against the Titans. What do you like?
See, this is the thing about the NFL this year. I don't know.
It's a toss,
The Colts, I would love to see play better, but they just, hopefully Jonathan Taylor comes back and plays better. I'm going Titans, though.
The 5-1 New York.
Where are you going? You're forgetting to pick.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Titans.
Okay.
Yeah. I usually
You're
go
all
first.
messed up.
I'm all.
Because, yeah.
The Giants, the 5-1 New York Giants, will be at Jacksonville.
Regardless, I would have taken the Giants, but I did say last week that the test would be the Ravens, and they beat the Ravens.
Yes.
I messed up. I picked the Ravens. They beat the Ravens. I'm going Giants, and I think I believe. I said last week this was their test, and they passed the test. I believe in the Giants.
All right. I'll go Giants, too. Tampa Bay will be at Carolina against the Panthers.
Another game I would love to see Tampa Bay lose, but unfortunately, I don't think they will. I'm going Tampa Bay.
I think they win. Houston will be in Vegas against the Raiders.
Shocked at how the Raiders are 1-4. I think they are the best 1-4 team of all time.
Yeah, probably.
It's just shocking. Devontae Adams and the whole shenanigans with after the game and everything weird. So they
knocking over the camera.
Have they announced any suspension? I don't think I've heard a suspension. So I'm not
I'll
sure.
have to look.
I'm not sure if he's playing, but either way, I'm taking the Raiders. They got to bounce back at some point. I think.
I go with Raiders too.
A lot of talent on that team.
The what are they 4-2? The 4-2 New York Jets will go to Denver to play the Broncos.
Crazy. I'm taking the Jets because the Broncos just aren't good at football right now.
I am too.
Yeah.
I'm becoming a believer in the Jets. Kansas City.
Okay. Settle down. Okay. We're both in the division with the Jets. We got to take it easy with that,
I know.
statement.
Well, what I meant was the Jet. I used to last year. I looked at the Jets and said, "No, they lose."
You're right.
They lose.
I know what you're saying. I'm just, we do need them to lose at some point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kansas City will be at San Francisco.
Kansas City's Kansas City again this year.
Yeah.
So Kansas City.
And either team could have won that game last week between Kansas City and Buffalo.
Right.
It came down to who had the ball last.
Great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where am I? Seattle at Los Angeles against the Chargers.
Seattle is fighting this year. They're not the team that we kind of thought they were going to be.
Right.
So, but I still got to go with the Chargers. I like the Chargers this year. They've been scraping wins together.
All right, I'll take the Chargers as well. Sunday night, Pittsburgh will be in Miami to play the Dolphins. Throwback unis this weekend.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Nice.
Tua Tagovailoa is due back.
Yeah.
He's due back.
So we might be going back to the team that everyone was scared of in the beginning. I mean, you guys started out really good, so we'll see.
They won 3 in a row, then lost 3 in a row. So I'm gonna take Miami.
I'm gonna take Miami as well. Are you gonna stay up for that game?
Going to try to.
Okay, nice.
All right.
I like it.
And then Monday night, are we staying up for this?
Of course.
Chicago will be at New England to play the Patriots.
I'm picking the Patriots. Shocker. This Patriots team and the success that they've kind of had with their third string quarterback, I think shows how good Bill Belichick really is.
Okay.
We've been scraping together wins with Bailey Zappi.
Right.
Who's been playing well, but I think it's a testament to Bill Belichick and the defense. The defense is phenomenal this year.
Right.
But watch out for the Patriots this year. They might surprise some people and sneak a little bit farther than people think. And I think it might be the year that people are like, okay, yeah, Bill Belichick.
He is the best.
He is the best, yeah.
I don't know who it is, but one of the ESPN guys or one of the football commentators has said, don't sleep on the Patriots.
I don't think they're a team you can ever sleep on as long as Bill Belichick's there. And I will say, we were talking about quarterback controversy. I like Bailey Zappi. I like what we've been doing with him. I think it's Mac's job. So I think when Mac's healthy, which I think it might be this week, Mac comes back. I have seen Bailey Zappi make some third-string quarterback throws.
Right.
He's been playing well, but I have seen some third-string quarterback throws.
The first half of the Cleveland game.
I think it's Mac's job when he comes back, but I think there will be a close eye on how well Mac plays. You know, I think Mac has a little bit of pressure on him to live up to the Mac Jones hype.
Right.
And, if he doesn't, then there's a conversation. I don't think there's a conversation yet. I think it's still Mac Jones' job.
Okay. I'm taking New England, too. Woo! So those are our picks for this week. Don't forget to check yours on the app and make yours. Time for Would You Rather, where you get to choose A or B.
No
Yes.
C, no D. A or B. Not both. No A, B. A or B.
Are you done?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Question number 1. Would you rather work cleaning up toxic waste or as a mortician's assistant?
Wow.
Can't pick neither. So you got to pick A or B.
Yeah, cleaning up toxic waste is a job, correct? Like that's something
somebody
people
does
do.
that.
So
Yeah.
that leads me to believe that it's safe. Like,
Yeah.
there must be things in place to keep
I'm
you
sure
safe.
you have a whole safety suit you have to wear and everything.
Yeah.
So.
I think I'm going toxic waste. 'Cause
Are you really?
I don't know if I could go mortician's assistant. That you're cutting up dead bodies, right? That's what it is. You're cleaning up dead bodies.
I guess that's part of it. Yeah, but you're also, getting them dressed and getting them presentable for the funeral.
Okay, so
so.
you're still dealing with dead bodies.
You're dealing with
Okay,
dead people.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
I feel like after a while you'd get desensitized. You'd be okay.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure they have the weirdest sense of humor.
Yeah, again, I think it's one of those jobs you have to.
You have to.
I don't know if I could do that, though.
I look at this question, though, and I think toxic waste. I'm kind of leaning towards a mortician's assistant. Yeah. I would.
I don't know much about toxic waste. I just feel like you're just a very specific type of. I don't want to be rude to people that clean up toxic. I was going to say a very specific type of janitor. That's not nice. It's probably very intense.
Right.
I just think it'd be less. I don't know. Less gross isn't the word. This is tough, man. This is tough. It's gross regardless. But I don't.
think I would have a rough couple of weeks adjusting and getting used to being around dead bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we vary on this.
Yeah, I'm going toxic waste.
Okay. I'm going mortician's assistant.
It's crazy.
Okay. Number 2, would you rather drink ketchup through a straw or eat mayo with a spoon? Again,
I think
neither is not an option.
I think this one's easy.
What's that?
I can't imagine taking a spoonful of mayonnaise.
I thought the same
can't do
thing.
it. I'm going
And-
ketchup through a straw.
And I like mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I mean, I put it on a sandwich.
Me
you
too.
know,
Me too.
Yeah. But I could not eat a spoonful.
I think ketchup's strong enough where I know exactly what ketchup tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
No surprises. Is it going to be good? No, but I'll do it. I'll drink it with a straw. Mayonnaise? We all put it on our sandwich. Does anybody know what it tastes like? I don't. I just know that it complements the sandwich well. I'm not taking a spoonful of that.
Good point. Good point.
I'm going ketchup.
All right. And by the way, let us know what you think in the comments because I'll join you in the chat this
It'll let
morning.
you know whether or not you got a stupid answer.
Yeah. And number 3, would you rather walk to work in the snow every day or walk to work in the hot weather?
And remember, no neither. You choose A or B. I think walk in the snow.
See, I'm going to go with hot weather.
I'm
and
just
it might
thinking-
be in my case.
Okay, yeah.
It might be a case of, I want to make sure I've got sure footing.
That's true.
I don't want to fall down.
That's true.
So.
For me, I just don't want to show up to work sweaty and gross every time.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think in the snow, you could at least control it a little bit more where you're bundling up, you're cold, but when you get to the office, take off your jacket and everything, you're fine. It's a normal day. You'd show up to work, you'd smell, you'd be sweaty.
I remember
Is there a shower at work? What are you?
Yeah.
Are you cleaning up toxic waste still? Like, what are we doing here?
There were a couple of times we live a mile away from where I used to work.
Right.
So there were a couple of times where I walked, and there was another time when I rode my bike, and we have a hill to get up.
We do,
before we
yeah.
get to a main road.
That's true.
So I can remember once or twice getting to work and thinking that was a bad idea. I've now sweat through my shirt.
Yeah. And I don't think I would like that. I'm going snow.
All right. That's Would You Rather for this week. Don't forget to put your answers in the chat, and I'll be glad to play along with you. All right, so here's the debate. There's a new debate on TikTok about splitting the check on a first date. Now, it's pretty common, I think. I don't know. I haven't been on a first date in 40-some-odd years.
Good boy, Peter.
Yeah.
Because he's married. By the way, he's married.
Been married.
To my mother.
Long time.
To
long
Trish.
time.
My name's not Trish.
Yes.
A woman on TikTok is sparking a debate because she said she immediately ghosted a guy after the first date when he asked if it was all right for them to split the check. Now, the comments were pretty split on this, but many women agreed with her, saying that if a guy wanted to split the tab, he should immediately be friend-zoned.
Interesting.
Instant friend zone. I split the check with my friends, not with a date, was the comment from one woman. So I don't know if anybody had an opinion on this or...
I don't really hate the fact that you split the check. I don't know about asking straight up. Maybe if he just say, I don't know. I guess I need to know more about the detail. Like maybe he, I don't know what he does for a job.
True.
Like maybe he just didn't have enough money. He had a great time. He's just wanted like, hey, do you mind if we split the check? I don't know. My thing is, I don't hate splitting the check. I think both people should do the let me cover it, and the other person goes, no, let me cover it, and then you go, how about we split it? I don't hate that.
Maybe there's a difference if someone offers to split the check.
Yeah.
As opposed to asking someone.
I guess I'd have to be there. So next time, invite me on the date. I would like to sit there. I'll eat quietly. I won't participate in anything, any conversation. I just want to sit there and watch. I'll be the judge.
Do you think the difference is? Obviously, if you're out with friends, I can
Split
see
it.
that.
Yeah,
split it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I guess a date changes the whole picture.
Yeah, I don't think there should be an expectation on who should pay. Like I said, I think it should be like let me cover it. No, let me cover it. How about we split it? I think that's what we should do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think both people should kind of go to a date expecting to pay. Or maybe it's a case of who asked who, right? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, I asked you out.
If a guy asked the girl on a date, the guy's expected to pay.
Maybe the girl offers to pick it up next time.
True. I don't know. I think it should be kind of a 50-50 thing, but maybe if he was like, hey, this wasn't that great, can we split the check? You probably shouldn't say that.
That's
maybe
true.
Not. That's kind of me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think in some cases splitting the check is okay.
Any thoughts? Let us know what you think. That brings us to the world famous drawing game, or as we often call it.
What the is that?
Yeah.
Fill in the blank.
This is where we both, by the way, neither one of us claims to have artistic ability.
Yeah. I like doodling, so I guess maybe I got a little bit more ability than you.
And notice we never draw a squirrel because he's awesome at that.
If you haven't seen his previous episodes, maybe I'll do it again sometime. I know how to draw a squirrel.
Yeah, he does know how to draw a squirrel. How'd you ever get good at that?
It was elementary school, I think. I wish I remembered who it was. I could give him proper credit. Mm-hmm. Someone else had a very nice strategy to drawing a squirrel, and I think they taught me. So since then, I just feel bad. I don't remember who it was.
Okay.
So I can't give him the proper credit. But I learned from somebody else. I'm not trying to act like I came up with it.
So as we were driving to the stew today, we were discussing what should we draw?
Yeah.
Halloween's coming up. We've already done a pumpkin.
Yeah, we've done a jack-o'-lantern, yeah.
Yeah, that was last time. So I just started brainstorming things, about Halloween. I said, ghost. Then I said witch, and he said, "Ooh, let's do a witch." And I'm like, I can't do a witch.
Yeah, I was like, well, why'd you
suggest it? So, but you've decided to go with a. Here we go. It's time for the weekly.
He struggles with the Sharpie. Come on. Hey, woo!
Wrote on my hand though.
Oh my goodness, I can't take this guy anywhere. All right. So, anyways, yes, it's the drawing game. We got 60 seconds to draw something. We choose a witch this week.
And then you decide. Let us know in the chats.
Yes, who won?
Who won?
And is there anything else? Oh, yeah, we got to give Pete a little bit of a we're putting the bumpers up on the bowling alley here. He has had a stroke, so
That's true.
that should be
which affected my right side.
Yeah.
So.
We're not going to act like you could draw beforehand, right? You weren't some.
No.
You weren't some. I don't know. I'm trying to think of. You weren't some Van Gogh before the stroke.
I think I maybe sucked a little less.
Right.
Right.
But that's something to keep in mind.
Okay.
I thought a witch was good because I don't think I've ever drawn a witch before. I have no idea where to even start. I'm strictly talking.
That's what I'm thinking about.
I'm strictly talking right now to develop a plan in my head. No, but anyways, we got a minute to draw it. The ducks are going to let us know when we're done.
All right.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
A minute goes by so fast.
Doesn't it?
I don't even know how to start. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Set, go.
All right. We're going to draw which. Oh, this could be tough. Oh my goodness. Dun, dun, dun. Are you enjoying the moment of silence here while we do this?
Normally I crack jokes or whatever during it.
But you're focused, huh?
Well, because I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, I might have made a big mistake. I drew the broom before I drew the body, so now I gotta fit the body onto the broom.
I started with the hat. If
Oh yeah, no, I already did the head, but
on a week where I could possibly win, this is coming out just crazy. Oh, you drew on a broom? I'm just doing like a profile.
oh no. I'm cheating a little bit. You can keep going.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I'm good. If you need more time, go for it.
I'm actually, this is what, the fourth, fifth time we've done this game?
Yeah.
I am actually embarrassed to reveal this.
Honestly, I think, because we talk about it. Do you guys still like the drawing game? Should we keep doing it?
Yeah.
I like it just because I love seeing yours. I love seeing what you come up with.
Because he keeps saying, maybe we should play Pictionary.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do this. And it's like, what do you think? Should we keep doing this? Or is you just like seeing the reveal?
It's just
huh?
a good time. It's a good time. Yeah. All right, shall we?
Okay, ready? On three.
Right. One, two, three. Let me see that. She got hit in the eye or something. Why is her eye so swollen? What happened? There's no broom in the picture because she fell off it, I guess, and hit the ground.
Yeah.
That poor witch. Hey, at least you drew hair. I forgot hair. Hey, I like the nose though. That's spot on. That's
The nose is good. I was embarrassed by the nose.
No, that's what I picture a witch's nose to look like. I didn't do it. Look, my witch has a Twinkie for a nose. What is that? I might have to censor this for the inappropriate appearance of the nose.
Let us know in the chat. Who do you like, Matt or Pete? And
you see what I'm talking about with the broom, though? Look at her legs. I drew the broom first. I didn't know how to then put her body on the broom. Hey, the whole point of this is for the laughs, and we for sure got them. So
we gonna put this on the fridge at home?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They all go on the fridge, by the way.
Trish needs to see this. Yeah, put the cover back on safely. Good job. Okay, let me see. Matt takes care of everything. I get back on with the show.
So, yeah, let us know in the chat. I think I can already determine who...
I don't know. Most times I'm confident. I'm not super confident on this one.
That brings us to this week's top 5 list. And our top 5 list is the top 5 ways to pass time on a flight.
Did you do it because I'm flying to Texas?
That's why I did it.
All
right. Matt and Sarah flew down to Texas on Wednesday. They're coming back Saturday night.
Thanks for revealing my travel itinerary.
They're on. I don't even know what.
Paparazzi's going to be.
I don't even know what airline you're on. So.
I didn't know until this morning.
Oh, okay. So anyway, here's our top 5. My number 5 is paperwork. You know, like if you have some stuff to do for the show, you get your laptop over and
That's true.
So, and I think different times when I've traveled, there was always something from work I could work on.
My number 5 is playing a game. And specifically, what came to mind was a travel chess set. I want one.
Oh, wow.
Like magnets. For those of you that don't know, I watched The Queen's Gambit recently. Yeah. I'm in a chess kick. I'm not good at it, but I'm in a chess kick right now. Right. So, yeah, I want one of those little mini chess boards. I looked on Amazon. I can't get it in time.
This kind of has me worried because you watched Queen's Gambit, and now you're into chess. Mm-hmm. Lately, you've been watching the Jeffrey Dahmer movie. So what are you going to be into next week?
No. Serial killing is not on my list. I won't be doing that. Yeah.
Top 5 ways to pass time on a flight. My number 4 is listen to music.
Mine too. I got the same one at number 4. Solid, but the reason it's at 4 is because it doesn't pass the time as well.
Right.
For me, that's a good background thing.
True.
So I can't sit there doing nothing but listening to music for a long flight. That's just me.
Number 3, to watch a downloaded TV show or movie.
My number 3 is listen to a podcast.
No, okay.
Highly underrated thing. That's what I typically do on planes.
Number 2 is read a book. You know, the old-fashioned where you hold it and turn the pages?
Do you get nauseous in cars while reading a book?
I did when I was a kid.
Okay.
I don't think it bothers me now.
I don't know if I do. I never have because I just don't really. I get nauseous quite frequently, so I didn't want. I get a little bit of motion sickness, so I just assume that reading is probably not a good idea. I don't know how I'd be on a plane.
Yeah, I'm okay on a plane.
Interesting.
I have no problems on a plane.
Maybe I should try it.
Yeah. What's your 2?
My number 2 was your number 3. Watch a movie or TV show.
Okay.
That's solid. That's a solid way to pass the time.
And my number 1 thing to do, top 5 ways to pass time on a flight. My number 1 thing is sleep.
I have the same thing, except the only difference between you and me is I put it in all caps because that is the best way to pass the time. That is what I do. It's just to fall asleep when the plane takes off and to wake up when the plane lands.
Yeah.
It's like it never even happened. Beautiful.
All right. That's our top 5. Let us know what you think or what your top 5 is in the chat. That brings us to this week's random question. And our question is, what is a habit that immediately makes a person unattractive in your eyes? What is a habit that immediately makes a person unattractive in your eyes?
Do you have any?
Yeah, the first thing that came to mind, which might surprise you because of my past, is if the person's a smoker.
Oh, yeah. If you were a smoker.
I was a smoker for 30 years? Close to that. Mm-hmm. No, not that. 15 years. 15 years.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if I said 30 years, I smoked when I was 2.
No. I think you've quit. You've been smoke-free for like 30 years. Does that sound right?
31. However old Sarah is, she was 2 when I quit.
There it is. Okay, because so that's where the 30 came from.
If I've never told this story before, Sarah was 2 years old, and she would walk around. She would pick up a crayon, and she'd go, like Daddy do. And
Trish came out and said, nope, not going to have that, Peter. Am I right, Trish?
My name's not Trish.
Love you.
I think Trish's words were, you deal with that.
Yep.
So I quit when she was 2. So.
And she probably had that like Trish tone where like, it was probably very calm, but like, deal with it or else.
I think so.
You going 6 feet under. Okay.
So that,
that's a good one. I didn't even think about that, but that I agree with that.
What's your answer?
My answer, I didn't have any that came right off the bat. Definitely smoking. That was a really good one. Also, like just being rude to like people in public.
Yeah.
I mean, being rude in general, but like, especially like rude to wait staff or whatever, something like that.
Do you hear about
deal breaker?
James Corden got called out this week?
For being rude to?
Yeah. The host of the Late Show or whatever on CBS.
Yeah.
There was a restaurant owner in New York. I think he owns a place called the Balthazar or something like that. And James Corden went in there with his wife and was very rude to the waitstaff. I guess he ordered some salad with egg whites, and there was a little bit of yolk in the egg. So he was like, send that back. So they sent it back, and they gave it to him on a plate with fries. And he never ordered fries. So he went after the waitstaff again. He's like, you can't even do your job.
He's had stuff in the past, too, I think, of him being rude to people.
So the restaurant owner said he's now banned from any... And this guy owns 3 restaurants in New York. But then James Corden came out and, really apologized. Really made...
People make mistakes, guys. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
All right, so... What about you? What is something that immediately makes a person unattractive in your eyes?
Smoking's the winner right there. That's a good answer.
All right. Time for... a story about an interesting experiment. And could you do this, is my question? There's an editor at the Today Show who came up with an interesting experiment. Avoid mirrors for a week. For a full week. Nicoletta Richardson wrote an essay where she talks about how she had to put some rules in place since it would be hard to totally avoid any reflections or mirrors. You walk down the street, you see your reflection in a store window. She decided she was not allowed to take selfies. That was rule number 1. She would not look at herself when going to the bathroom or brushing her teeth. That was number 2.
That's tough, just because bathrooms always have mirrors.
And when you brush your teeth, you're right in front of the mirror, right? And what was her third one here? She would generally try to avoid any instance of looking at her reflection. So, like checking your hair before you go out.
Right.
She didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
She says you would be surprised at how difficult it is. But after a week, Nicolette says she felt happier. She felt better not knowing what she looked like, not having the chance to obsess over it, and she came to a point where she didn't even care.
That's really interesting.
I don't know. Think it's worth a shot?
The only thing is brushing my teeth. I don't need a mirror to brush my teeth, but I really like a mirror to brush my teeth. I like to see what I'm doing. Make sure I'm right where I need to be.
And, you might think with the beard that I don't shave, but every couple of days I shave my neck and I shave this area here, so I can't imagine shaving without a mirror.
That's tough. But that is an interesting experiment.
I don't know. Could you do it? Could you go a few days?
Maybe we should try.
Time for this week's Feel Good Friday story. And again, as we've said before, we're always open to your stories. You can either let us know in the chat, or you can email the show or the voicemail number, which we'll show at the end of the show. Our story this week comes from the Washington County Daily News. 6 years ago, Chuck Schott of West Bend, Wisconsin, was walking through a men's department at a store when he noticed that the prices of winter clothes dropped in a big way in the middle of February, which makes sense. At the end of winter, those coats and sweaters go on the clearance rack to make room for the spring and summer clothes. Chuck saw an opportunity to help others, and he bought a bunch of those coats and sweaters, along with hats, gloves, and socks, with the idea of giving them to a local homeless shelter. He took the clothes he purchased and he stored them in his home for a number of months. And when the temperatures started dropping again and winter was coming, he made his big delivery. And it was a huge boost to those in need. Each year since then, Chuck has been doing the same thing. He buys winter clothes at clearance prices, and he delivers them at the beginning of the next winter. He says, and then every February, I start all over again. Of course, the manager of the homeless shelter, Olivia Pozorski, is thrilled to have Chuck's support. She said Chuck's donated here for 6 years consistently, so it's really nice to see a familiar face be supportive to all our clients.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Maybe.
And what a great idea.
Yeah, maybe something we could try, because I know I always go to the clearance rack.
Right.
Whenever we go to a store, it's like that's my first, and a lot of times you're buying stuff maybe out of season.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, around here in February or March, it never really warms up till May.
Yeah, no, it's still cold. Still very cold.
So you get a couple of months.
Yeah.
And one more story before we get to Foodie Friday. I'm creating sort of a new department here. We have the
new
Foodie Friday,
segment,
Feel Good Friday. This is called the how?
Perfect sound effect. Spot on. How would you? I don't know how to spell that though. I know on the paper you had how. I was like, I'm very curious to see how he says this.
It's
how?
It's time
That's my interpretation.
How?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
The next time you forget to take out your contact lenses, now he wears contacts.
I do.
So maybe he can relate to this. I used to wear contacts.
Long time ago. Like the 1800s or something.
They were made out of hard plastic. The next time you forget to take out your contact lenses and you think it's no big deal, you should be reminded of this California woman. An ophthalmologist was visited by an elderly patient who came in for a routine eye exam. And this ophthalmologist was shocked when she discovered as many as 23 forgotten contact lenses stuck under this lady's eyelid.
Let's all say it together.
How?
How?
The doctor believes they had been there for about a month. She said
Let's all say it together. How?
She said she needed to use very fine surgical instruments to remove them all. Now, is that something Bree might be doing in the future?
I don't know.
This is Justin's...
I hope it's not a frequent problem.
Who's going to school.
What?
Now, when I found this story this week, Sarah was in the room with me, and I thought, well, 23 lenses. How could she see? But then Sarah interpreted this story that they were up in her eyelid. You know how your contact will go up sometimes and you lose it?
Yes.
So,
but 23, how do you not? I mean, clearly she must have felt it at some point. Why? I don't know what her reason, or maybe she just went to like a normal eye doctor's appointment and they found them. But like, how do you not feel that?
I mean, I've done it.
That's uncomfortable. That's Crazy.
I've done it with one, and it's like unbearable. You can't wait to get that out.
I wonder if it's a case of like, I wonder if she slept. You're not supposed to sleep in your contacts. So I wonder if it was a case of that, maybe, you sleep in your contacts and then it gets stuck up there.
It's happened to us all, right?
Yikes, though.
23.
How? That's crazy. And the synchronization between that was
I know, huh?
money. But wow.
Foodie Friday time. There are so many pumpkin spice options that we could probably do this every week until the end of the year. We're not going to do it every week until the end of the year, but we do have one more this week. Time once again for another Foodie Friday. Still on our pumpkin spice kick.
Of course.
Today we're trying, what are they called? Pumpkin rolls?
Little Debbie pumpkin spice rolls. It looks like a Swiss roll is what it is, but it's pumpkin spice. Swiss roll vibes. But I will say, individually wrapped. And the box is quite small. I mean, kind of getting gypped here. I don't know. How many rolls is this? 6 cake rolls. There's 6.
And when it's not a Swiss roll, I don't see any chocolate there.
I mean, it's pumpkin. That's the whole point. It's a pumpkin spice roll.
If you missed last week, I mentioned how I just, walked through the grocery store and was looking for pumpkin spice stuff. And we saw this and we thought, got to give it a shot.
Pizza Swiss roll, guys. So let's go with the pumpkin spice rolls.
All right, so here we go.
Here we go. Just got to open it real quick. Hold on. See, the key is you don't want to crush the cake at all while opening it. You're doing okay over there.
I'm so glad I didn't have to ask you for help.
Yeah, it'd be the Sharpie all over again.
You taking the whole thing out or just
this is how I used to eat my Swiss roll. Okay.
I don't want to get crumbs in the studio.
What'd you just eat, though? We didn't even cheers. We didn't do any. Here we go. You were just like,
No, it was the icing or something.
All right, whatever. Cheers.
All right, here we go.
Pumpkin spice rolls.
Spice rolls.
Not bad.
You know, you were saying last week that it's more of a cinnamon or gingerbread taste.
It reminds me more of like a gingerbread taste.
I'm not tasting anything pumpkin. Are you? It's kind of a sweet.
Now, when you say pumpkin, do you expect this to like taste like the pumpkin filling or something?
A little bit, to have a little bit of that, a little bit of pumpkin pie taste, maybe.
See, because like I said, I'm no pumpkin spice expert, so like I don't know if is this how it tastes. This just kind of tastes like a vanilla cake.
I like this better than the cookie.
Yeah, because I think it has less of whatever the pumpkin taste is.
Right.
Honestly, it just tastes like a vanilla Swiss roll.
Some people might find this very sweet, I think, right? I know if you're not big on sweets, how are we friends? My first question, but it might be a little too much for you.
Although I'm more salty than sweet when it comes to snacks.
That's true.
And you keep me around.
Yeah, that's true. Kind of have to. He's my son. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, I think I actually enjoyed this. I'll give it 7.5.
Oh wow, that's a lot higher than I expected from you.
Really?
I'm gonna go with just a 7. Just a 7.
Straight
I would eat this. But I'm not going to seek it out like I would like a burrito. A burrito is like a 10. You know what I'm saying? Like I seek that out. Goldfish crackers, 10.
10.
I love it. I want it. I want more of it.
Yeah,
I seek it out. This one, just a 7. I don't mind it. I'll eat it. I almost ate the whole thing.
All right. If you have an idea for us for a future Foodie Friday, whether it's something you've seen in the grocery store or a restaurant or a chain restaurant, let us know. We might feature it on a future edition of Foodie Friday.
Ooh, you messed me up there. You said future edition of Foodie Friday. On a future Foodie Friday is the normal outro. I'm all screwed up.
Take 2. A future.
Take 27. Let's do it. Here we go.
On a future Foodie Friday.
Perfect.
And true confessions, I finished the package at home.
You finished all of those?
I think there's one left.
I was house sitting for a week. I wasn't there. I didn't know you ate all those. That's fine. Because it does taste just like a vanilla Swiss roll. It's very sweet.
And we did have people point out last week that, see, I was misled. No.
I mean, it's called pumpkin spice. You thought it tasted like pumpkin.
I misunderstood, I guess.
I feel like you're not wrong there.
For all these years, I thought it would be a pumpkin flavor. And it's not, and people are calling us out saying, no, it's just the spices used to make a pumpkin pie.
No, it tastes like gingerbread. In what world would something with pumpkin in the name taste like gingerbread?
So, pumpkin pie spice, which is also known as pumpkin spice, is an American spice mix commonly used as a flavoring for pumpkin pie, but does not include pumpkin as an ingredient.
So Yeah, I mean, I get it.
So I'm okay with everything.
I could say it tastes like fall, you know? I don't know what that sound effect I just made. It was like... It's a fall-y taste, but it tastes more like gingerbread, which gets me more towards Christmas. I was with you. I expected some sort of pumpkin area.
Not feeling it.
I'm now curious as to what pumpkin spice coffee would taste like. And so maybe we can arrange something where we taste
more?
that. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Because I'm curious, but I don't know. Don't put pumpkin in the name. Call it like fall spice.
Yeah, fall flavors.
Fall spice. Yeah. Old Spice body wash. I don't know. Anyways, moving on.
That'll do it for today. We'll be back with a live show next week, and we'll look forward to hearing from you in the chats and everything and playing the stump.
I'll tell you about Texas.
Tell us all about Texas. We do leave you with a thought for the day today, and our thought is decide how the person you want to be, decide how the person you want to become would act, and then act that way, even when it's really, really hard. All right. Have a great week. No matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.